included gloves of thievery and a shadow dagger. The thievery gloves went to Crux as our resident rogue, and I took the dagger. We also got a bloodthirsty Morningstar that Craven is now wielding. We made the decision to tackle Crux's quest to find a chest near the lighthouse, and began the journey there after a scuffed attempt to ease the lumberjacks' growing discontent. Almost ambushed by orcs, but they were dispatched with ease, and we also had a new party member join who is attached to said kobold by the hip, and has made it clear that he is not with our party but just happens to be in the proximity. And we are heading to the lighthouse now.
Alright, thank you very much. Okay, let's jump back in. I don't think Craven's coming. Or is he? I don't know, maybe he's late. Oh, he's coming now. He just logged in. Alright. Good thing I do recordings now, so people can listen to them. Alright.
Yeah, that's helpful. I like that. Thank you.
I had a person do it before for us, but I eventually decided to, get my YouTube up and just start fucking recording on there.
Yeah, the last group I played with actually did like Zoom calls and like videotaped it. I wasn't as keen on that because I kept on watching my own face in the
yeah, it's like you're trying
box.
to look at yourself. Don't pick your nose. Don't pick your nose.
Or like don't grimace when the DM gets a rule wrong and things like that.
I just can't look at myself in general because I make weird faces when I roleplay. Like my eyes will twitch, or I have a big eye, or whatever. Because like I get into character, but when you see your facial expressions and how you roleplay it out, it's cringe.
From now on, if we have to question a rule, just type grimace in chat.
So you guys obviously fought your way through some orcs as you eventually make it to a point within the day of the journey. Sorry, actually, let me just double check something. Actually, yeah, so... Alright, so... You do eventually get over within the 4 hexes, and you traveled a good 20 miles, as it eventually gets late in the night. Finding yourself a little on the high road, but obviously making your way a little bit further away, not setting camp on the high road. As you can travel during the night if you like, but it can be dangerous, as well as having to deal with the exhaustions. But you can still roll con saves to endure them, but of course, you will eventually have to sleep.
Yeah, I vote no. Let's camp. Like, we're not rushing to any place.
Of course. So,
yeah,
you begin to find yourself probably in the grasslands, trying to find a nice, kind of empty spot. A little bit of trees, maybe some bushes, and a few boulders for obviously to kind of cover your base of operations, your camp, of course. And it's not going to be crystal clear, but it's enough that you can set up a camp a good several, obviously, miles away from the roads. So you're not obviously stopping traffic or anything like that. As you eventually make yourself around a couple trees, probably 2 trees, a couple bushes, 1 large rock, as you kind of are surrounded by a good amount of grassland. It's about probably 2 feet high. As you can kind of tell me what you guys want to do as you are camping on the side of obviously the beautiful land of the Forgotten Realms across the grasslands. Kind of tell me how you want to set up your camp, depending if you have tents, depending if you want to make a fire, if you're going to cook something up, or just going to eat rations, or maybe not use the fire because maybe you're afraid that someone will come towards your camp within the night. Or potentially, if you want to hunt for some game, you can potentially try that. See maybe if there's any wildlife in the night.
Crux is just going to eat rations and hide us up by the boulders and take first watch.
Yeah, I'll set up my tent. I'll tell Ember, my homunculus servant, to just keep watch, keep flying in circles, and keep an eye out.
Yeah, I'll be about 15, 20 feet away from the main camp itself, just kind of setting up a little backpack / sleeping bag for myself.
Okay.
Swag.
As you do notice, obviously, your new comrade Happy moving away from the party as he begins to set up camp.
Well, I guess we'll get this tent all sorted and you can wake me for second watch if you want, Crux.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll just
Say, Urza,
yes, that's me.
I found this little copper ring. I don't know if it's anything. I think it's just a copper ring. But could you take a look at it?
Sure. I'll ritual cast identify before I go to sleep. I feel bad for shoes though. I have to. I'm plucking a feather every single time.
That's rough, man. It's not gonna hurt. It'll grow back. That's what you said the last one. In the last 50.
Well, what? How many? It's like 4. 4 feathers.
You're trying to find the best feather.
Yeah. Only the finest quality feathers for my spells. So yes, I will do the thing. I would have just been easier casting detect magic.
I always like people using the reagents. I don't require it or anything like that for ones that don't cost gold, but I do like the roleplay perspective of obviously using them if you have them.
I was just reading it and I thought it was funny, like, oh, I need an owl feather, well I've got this handy familiar here.
Kind of makes sense because it's wizard. But it could be any feather if anything. Really.
How many watches do you normally set up for a night?
In this game, we do 2-hour watches, so only one person or 2 people can stand on watch.
Okay.
Since our party group's so big, you can have 2 people on watch, or you can make the person just sleep. If you, for instance, you roleplay the character that they don't care about watches, they need the beauty sleep or something like that. We have people like that.
I built a whole robot so I didn't have to go on watch.
You do see Como obviously pulling supplies and making himself a tea, as he's obviously boiling water.
Smoking his pipe. Just looking at the stars, doing Star Druid stuff.
You see him getting out his star map as he begins to kind of look at it and then kind of smoking his pipe and getting the kettle nice and hot. As Gilvor, do you want to do anything before bed? Or are you just waiting for Ezra to figure out if that ring is magical or not?
Yeah, he's just waiting for that, and then he doesn't eat before bed, so he's gonna just set his probably somewhere near Crux where he can. They both sleep out in the open, I think.
Well, Crux is behind the rock currently, so it's up to you if you want. There, you are
Yeah,
out in the
not
open
not all
anyways.
up. Yeah, not all up on him. Just somewhere near.
Oh, okay. Alright, so after the 10 minutes, the ring is not magical. You could probably fetch the ring for maybe a couple gold pieces.
I'll
Okay.
just sort of like flick it back to him. And, no, sorry, not this time, Gilvor.
Thanks. Puts it on.
Because it's kind of like loose, but you make it fit.
Oh no, the
Oh yeah, if it's too big, he would just put it away in his pat.
I would say like
pouch or something.
your thumb would fit it, but your fingers wouldn't. Since your thumb's pretty much the biggest one. It was meant for like a more of a thicker boy.
Yeah, he's not really big into adornments, so he was just gonna wear it as a means to
I'm not
carry.
saying gnomes don't have thick hands, but they have small fingers, usually.
Maybe you could like tether it onto your bow or something.
You never shot a bow, huh?
Oh well, I mean, you could use a piece of string and like tie it on to the actual bow itself, right?
Yeah, I'm not really particularly attached to this thing. I was just curious if it was of any use.
I mean,
I'll just
sell
hawk it next time we get in and give Ash the money.
Oh well, I'm gonna go to sleep. So.
So I'm gonna take my wand of pyrotechnics out and give it to my homunculus servant and say, "Hey, you see anything? Just fire this off."
It has hands.
I think you can interact with objects, but that's up to you, DM.
Well, you made him like a bug, so I don't know if he had hands or not.
Fair enough. Well, then I say,
You could like
wake me
probably
up.
attach it towards its like one of its probably its. I would say it doesn't have a mouth, but you could probably have an attachment to it so he can press it. So it's almost like you kind of have it on its back or its
Okay.
face or whatever.
We'll say I'll tinker with it tonight to create that.
Because
and
all I
then
know is
maybe
that
in the
you
future.
used it for like a syringe. That's all I know.
Right. Yeah, for the health. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'll say I do a little modifications to it tonight, and yeah, I'll start building that feature.
Okay. Yeah, because I know every person who has like either a robot or something, they're all different depending on how they want to design
Yeah, and I did say he was like firefly shaped. That's not something with thumbs.
them. Or hands.
Next time, just make one big hand, like a hand with a face on it.
Like the thing, like from Adam's Family.
Alright. As we eventually get upon the hour of watch, our first watch can obviously tell me what they're doing for the first 2 hours as we continue forward within the night.
Cracks just keeps an eye open and keeps wandering around the camp just to make sure nobody sneaks up on him.
Alright. So keeping a watchful eye, a 10 is minimum, but you are keeping a watchful eye. You're paying attention to your surroundings as you're watching everybody obviously drift off to sleep. You can't see Happy currently where he's at, as obviously he's a little bit kind of out of the mix in the group currently. But you just keep an eye on the remainers of your friends or allies as you see fit, as you can't wait to get the chest, as that is your current goal. But of course,
Gotta love the money.
the money. As you're unaware of what this place has in store, as you hope it'll be easy pickings. Alright, your 2-hour watch is lifted as you can wake up the next individual next in line.
Alright, I go find Ursula. Just kind of tap her.
You
Tap,
do
tap.
see, you kind of go into the tent as she's in the tent that was built, as you do see her with obviously the big Goliath, or not Goliath, sorry, the Furbog in the tent as well, sleeping.
Ursula,
Yes, that's me.
yo, it's time.
Mm,
I didn't see nothing.
so you saw
Happy's
something.
kind of wandered off though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm up. I'm
I'm awake.
Cool. Crux goes back to the boulders and nods up to sleep.
Like curls up like a cat.
That's a nice boulder right there. Well then, just have shoes, just chill there, and start. Can you copy spells over as part of a long rest? I don't remember.
You have to be awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
That
the
would be-
point of it is.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about that extra spell book I had.
No.
But no, I'll just sit there and do like a normal watch.
And it costs you
No
money.
shit. No shenanigans here.
Alright. Do you go for a high point since you're kind of a small goblin? Finding a rock, maybe a tree. Is obviously the grass here is about 2 feet tall.
True. I mean, could I just perch on top of the tent?
I would say no.
Yeah.
It's
Then
not
yeah,
that
I'll
sturdy.
chill.
Like
I'll
they're
chill in a tree.
okay. As you climb up the tree.
Yeah, 14 for me. Not bad.
As you begin to watch, you see from the seas, as you do see kind of the clouds around the vicinity, far away. It's very hard to see, but you do see like a storm of clouds of lightning and thunder booming far, far away. This is thousands of feet away, as you do just hear the storms and the bolts of lightning in the distance. As you feel like you're getting closer to your destination.
Boomers. But I don't actually remember who volunteered for third watch.
Oh.
I guess.
Well, you can pick anybody you can see. Who do you hate the most, or who do you like the most? That's how I see it.
Pick who's on watch next. Nobody volunteered for third shift.
Or fourth.
Yeah, I asked how many shifts we had. I thought we only had 2.
We have 4.
Okay.
Four, yeah.
Because it's
So
Someone could take one. Sorry,
I used
I
to
didn't speak up.
I used to run the game where it's one every hour, but I don't like that, so I switched it to. It's just quicker.
Yeah. So if we're able to rewind a bit, I'd certainly take a shift as
Sure.
well.
All right, you guys ready to go find him as he's probably sleeping in his shell somewhere, or not? Who? Happy?
Yes. Yeah.
The problem is
But,
they'll have to find you because they don't know where you went.
Well, yeah. If I was going to do a watch though, I'd let whoever was going to wake me up know kind of my area that is in. I'm only 15, 20 feet away from the group.
As you begin to go through the grass lines to find him, as you find him in a spot a little further away from everybody, as he's sleeping under the stars in his little bedroom.
I'll just sort of be like, Happy. Did you say you wanted to take a watch?
I will take one. Yes.
Oh, well,
Is
everything.
this the third watch?
Yes.
Everything's quiet, obviously.
Yes, and I think Komu said that he wanted to take the fourth watch. So
That's the rock-looking fella.
the total, yes.
Yeah. All right. I'll give him a
But,
kick in a couple hours.
Wonderful. Have fun.
Thank you.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah. So I'll spend my 2 hours kind of stealthing around the perimeter of the camp.
Okay. Yes, the knocking sound is from the game. This music sounds real. Huh?
Yeah, I had to ask because sometimes people like even around this time of year will do fireworks around here. I don't know who does it. But
Yeah, no, it's music. There's some music that I honestly think someone's knocking at the door.
it's like I hate musicians who put sirens in their music and you're driving your car. You're like, you fuck.
I know.
Yeah,
Or
I hate it
horns
so
blowing.
much.
Exactly.
Alright. It's happy. Roll me a perception check as you begin to watch the camp going around the perimeter of your base camp currently. You're high alert as you are making sure, checking twice, overlapping certain things, climbing certain spots, as you don't see anything particularly, but you do see the thunders and lightning of clouds in the far distance. As it almost looks like the kind of the same kind of trajectory you guys are going, but it's far away.
And we're heading to the coast, I take it?
Correct.
Okay. I just kind of still just keep kind of stealthing around and not moving a whole lot, just paying more attention than anything.
All right. Nothing obviously happens happy, as you could obviously wake up the last individual for the watch.
I'll go and give Como a little nudge. Hey, Rocky, you're up.
Como rolls over on his shell, sits up, blinks at you a few times, and then just nods and gets up to go take his watch. Doesn't say much.
I sneak back over to where I was curled up before.
Damn it, sneezed. That was bad. Alright. Perception check here for our last watcher. As you can tell me what you're doing. Alright, so you find a good vantage point to take watch, alright?
Yeah, he's not moving around or anything. He's just watching from a good spot. As much as he can in the grasslands.
As nothing obviously happens in the night, you don't see any orc raids or anything like that. You do occasionally see people on the high road moving down or up towards Neverwinter or heading down towards Baldur's Gate further away. As you obviously see fit to enjoy your night as you all get a long rest and replenished once again, feeling at ease and strengthened by numbers with the friends you have made so far. So you get half your hit dice back and a full potential heal. As we continue onwards, as you guys begin to pack your things up, if you have bedrolls or a tent, you break some rations maybe, start to eat whatever you have on hand, beginning to check your weapons twice, making sure you have everything secured for the gear, as you're about 10 miles away from your location.
Cracks just rolls up his blanket, puts it away, and anxiously waits for everybody else to get going.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Pack up as quick as I can, and yeah.
And happy as well.
Interesting. These rations from Phandalin have a sort of mustardy taste. Still good though.
I was thinking back of that battle we had yesterday. I was checking out some of the corpses, and one kind of struck me a little peculiar. More of a husk than a corpse, actually. Did anyone happen to see that thing fall?
Oh, yeah, I sort of just stabbed him and he died.
He did more than die. I've stabbed things before and they died, but they never died like that.
Okay.
What did you stab it with?
The new dagger that I got. Just sort of, I don't know. It looked like it sucked the life right out of him alongside with the fatal wound.
Interesting. I've seen weapons like that used before, and I'm just curious about it. Have you had that long?
No, literally just a couple days. Or a day. It's the first time that I'd used it, so.
Very interesting. Thank you for the information.
Sure. Well, is everyone ready to go then? Should we, Gilvor, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. Normal, chipper smile.
Did you guys see the thunderstorm last night? Looked quite intimidating.
It was quite hard to miss, that's for sure. So, other than heading to the coast, I'm not quite sure what their objective is here.
I think we need to keep heading towards the coast and just keep moving. We're about 10 miles away. We should be able to hit it no problem today. Find the lighthouse, right?
Yeah, I think we had
a lighthouse.
I think we had a job to fix the lighthouse, and then of course try to find the chest.
Is fixing the lighthouse a cover job, or is that an actual real job that we need to do?
I think that's one that we took off the board.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
No, I think we just heard rumors about the lighthouse.
Well,
Yeah, I
I
heard
made a
that.
note on jobs, and one of the notes I made is lighthouse broken.
Yeah,
Hey guys, let's go fix this lighthouse. And I'm very obviously slowly winking at a room.
That's a funny joke.
Well, I mean, as the resident engineer, like, okay, I'll figure it out.
Great, and we're off. And I start walking in that direction.
Okay.
And like normal, Crux will drop to the back of the party a little bit to keep an eye on the rear.
And Happy's back with them.
Alright. So it
Crux just looks at him sideways and keeps walking.
So it does take only 3 hours to eventually get to the location where you need to be, as you take a long voyage and a walk as you do eventually arrive towards the location. As you arrive, you do see below the high cliff that's hugged on the coastline An outcropping of rocks is nearly surrounded by water, with only a narrow causeway connecting it to the beach and below. Atop the outcropping is a stone building surmounted by a lighthouse tower. An eerie green light pulses from the beacon, shining westwards to the sea. Each green pulse of light, you hear a thump of a slow beating heart. As in the vicinity is quite dark here, as the clouds and the bolts of lightning begin to surge still around here. As just an hour away, it was bright and beautiful.
I think I know what they mean by broken.
Yeah, do I see a light at the top of the lighthouse?
Yeah, he said it was that green pulsing, but it's facing out towards the sea, towards the west.
Gotcha, missed that. Oh, okay.
Good luck fixing that.
Do I see? Is there a wrecked ship nearby the lighthouse?
You can see multiple wreck ships that are around the coastline of it, far out.
This lighthouse doesn't seem to be doing its job.
Definitely seems broke.
As there's only one way to get there, as there is obviously kind of a connection. Alright.
Let's get as close as we can without actually being seen. Like maybe that little rock outcropping there before we tackle that bridge.
Yeah, I look around. Do I see any of those harpies they were telling me about?
You don't see any of that.
Sirens.
The sirens, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
No, you don't see any of that, no. But I will put you on the map as you begin to make your way across the causeway connecting to the beach, leading to this basically structure. Crave's not here, so you don't have a tank, so you have to be careful. We'll have to use Ash.
Yep.
Ezra can take some hits too.
Yeah, I'm an AC tank, not an HP one.
Well,
Yeah, let me go ahead and move to the front of this line.
I don't see myself.
oh, sorry, you're here. Alright, so
Yeah, you're good.
you guys begin to make your way here. As you do see across the view, you can see obviously leads further in. As you do see what looks like a giant crab down below. For those that can see it, you can roll me a nature check.
Ooh, can I guide myself?
Or you can
That's
roll an
not-
animal handling check.
19. Oh, nice.
Those have rolled 13 or higher. Eventually see the kind of behavior of this creature, as you do see it kind of almost waving at you down below.
Oh,
I look at Como. Is that a friend of yours?
Never seen him before.
Can you talk shellfish to it?
It's not a thing.
I might be able to if you give me a minute.
I mean, how far down is it?
It's
From
down to the
outfront.
cliff, so it is pretty far down. I'd say where you're at right now, it's about a 40 feet, and it's steep.
So 40 feet down and then another distance away from the bottom. So it's like, is that 40 and then 20, so...
And it's kind of like jagged steep.
400,
It's like
600, that's 20.
Are you no Pythagoras?
Yep, okay. So it's just over 60 feet away.
Maybe it's just just something we need to keep an eye on.
And it's waving aggressively, or
No, it's like for those that rolled a 13 or higher, you realize it's waving at you. It feels very friendly in the gesture, almost like it's not normal for a crab to do that.
If you guys want to wait 10 minutes, I mean, I can cast a little something something.
Maybe that might be a good idea.
Sure.
Perhaps it could tell us something.
Yeah, can I instruct my homunculus servant to go in that blind spot around the other side of the lighthouse?
Where?
The big black spot that I can't see. I'd
Over
like
here?
to see if I can circumnavigate the lighthouse just to make sure. Yeah, I just thought like a quick trip around, so make sure there's no. Oh, okay.
It goes pretty far.
Yeah. All right.
It's steep and dangerous.
Right.
It looks
yeah,
like
I'll
it
have-
wasn't. It looks like it was handmade like that, but like they carved out of the stone.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
It hasn't
yeah,
been well maintained, I guess you would say.
Right. All right. That's enough. I'll have him fly back. That was good enough information.
Oh yeah, this is like sci-fi music. Enjoy it.
Like what I listen to when I PvP or something.
All right. Yeah, so you see the crab waving at you as it's just waiting there.
Well, while Gilvor is casting, maybe we should look at finding a way down. Like, if
think you'd be able to climb up? Or is it too steep?
So you see, what you can see is you can see this kind of rough hue of a stepping that climbs about 7 foot high into the tunnel that you see before you. As you do see through the way of the entirety, you can see these like 30-foot high, tall natural pillars of rock. As you can see, it's damp. It's 8 foot high, kind of caves are encrusted with lichen and kind of connected into the tunnels. As you kind of see, it's just a good steep drop to get down below. It's a good 40 feet, as it's obviously high. It kind of showcases that you could potentially make the jump into the water, but again, you don't know how shallow it is over there.
I'll pull out a rope.
I mean, maybe we just clear out or check the lighthouse first, and then we can come back once everything's safe. Because it might take quite a lot of time and effort trying to get down there and whatnot.
All
Yeah,
right.
just sit tight. Let's see what we get from the crab, if anything.
As Crux, you begin to get closer, you suddenly feel really cold all of a sudden as your body starts to turn to ice for a second, as you cannot move, as your mouth starts shaking and jittering. As you
Is it coming from all around or from the entrance
From the
that's in
entrance.
front of me?
As you cannot talk anymore, as you do see something coming out, as the rest of you eventually see it. As Crux, you eventually break out of it as you see this entity, as you do see what looks like a manifestation of a ghostly elf with gills, webbed hands, webbed feet, as you see spectral garments swaying through as the undead is floating through the water, as almost like that's how she basically came to be. As you do see her looking towards you. Who goes there?
Someone who would befriend her.
So where I normally keep a pretty close eye on Crux, do I see all of this kind of before it
You
even,
do
like-
see it as it gives it the heebie-jeebies. For anybody who hasn't seen a ghost or undead creature before, as you do feel the cold presence kind of chilling across your bones.
You said that I can move now, right?
You can move, yeah, but she asks who goes there, as you do feel the kind of releasal of her kind of cold presence releases away from you. But you do still feel the chill coming across your spine.
Someone who would be a friend.
Friend.
I have my arrow drawn, not necessarily pointed at anyone, but just drawn.
Okay. And I demand you, heroes, to retrieve something for me. And I shall leave you be. Will you do that for me? You all hear this.
What do you need us to collect?
I require my conch.
Is it in the tower?
She nods.
Give me a minute. I wander back to their group. So did you guys hear that?
Is she serious? Did I get myself mixed up into a group of heroes?
Is that what you're taking from this?
I lost track after that.
Perhaps. I don't know, it would be dangerous to consort with the living dead.
He was
But-
elven?
It looks like a ghostly
Like a-
elf with gills and
Like a water elf?
gills.
Or
Yeah,
sea elf?
pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Like a sea elf.
I mean, we're here. It can't hurt. I really don't like to fight ghosts.
I don't think I'm equipped to fight ghosts.
Yeah, if I'd known, I could have helped, but I need a day to prepare for that kind of thing.
Oh, is she giving us passage through to the lighthouse?
Yeah, she says we find the conch for her, she'll leave us alone.
Yes, it's probably something that she needs. As it looks like, I'd give
Herself
you can
rest.
give me I would say it would potentially give her rest, as she is intertwined, stuck here due to it. But of course, it's up to you if you see fit to take upon her quest or not.
I mean, if nothing else, it's one less thing to fight.
That's probably easier to agree if nothing else. You know,
Did you
We should
did
at
you
least
ask
talk.
her what else is in there? Like, do we know what we're up against?
We can certainly ask, but I think we're going in there anyway. But yeah, we can find out.
what's preventing her from going getting it herself? Because she can certainly handle herself too.
I don't think she can touch things. Isn't she incorporeal?
I think she could hit us easy enough.
No, I mean, I think she can harm us, but not actually interact with our physical form. Besides, the wail of the banshee is more than anything else.
Well, I've read books. Isn't this way all ghost stories go?
In any case, if we grant her peace, I suppose, and that's a good deed for the day.
Yeah, she might have something good for us, you know.
I did get mixed up with heroes.
Not heroes, just
What say you? She speaks out loud to you.
Right. So we all agree we'll go in.
I think so.
Do it.
Yes, we will help you. Can you tell us where this conch is?
It is deep within. And she points towards pretty much the lighthouse. And she disappears.
Oh, come back!
I was going to ask her about the crab.
Ask her what we have to face inside.
So has Gilvor's spell gone through this time? Would that be 10 minutes?
Sure. Yeah.
Krex will creep up the stairs just enough to be able to look over the top of him. He'll be stealthing while he does it.
But you said the spell completes.
Yes.
Hey there, Krabby. I wave. I'm trying not to yell any louder than is necessary for it to hear me.
As he speaks directly in common towards you. You didn't have to do that. I could speak.
Oh, no kidding. What a good deal. So, you live around here?
Well, of course, my home.
Yeah, we heard there's some trouble around here. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
I know a little bit more than anything, really. As long as you're willing to stop to do something about it.
Well, hopefully we are. That's why we came here. For example, someone mentioned some sirens or something like that. You know anything about that?
Sirens? There's no sirens here. Not for miles. Well, there are some evil harpies here nested atop the rocky outcropping.
Oh, maybe that's what they were talking about. Well, we know there's something funky with this lighthouse. You know anything about that?
No, I don't really know much about that. I do know about the 5 wrecked ships, though. They're spread across the rocky beneath the lighthouse. I heard there's like some treasures or something like that. Hey, you want to work together for those treasures? If you help me, I can help you fetch one of them.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You seem friendly enough.
Why can it talk?
The issue is there's some rather big prey down there I don't really want to deal with.
Oh. So we get rid of that, and you help us find the treasure in the ships.
Oh, certainly. I wouldn't mind a new home.
Oh, where are my manners? What is your name?
Krabby McGee. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Gilvor the Traveler. Pleasure to meet you.
The creatures that are there are sharks. These waters are infested with them. There's a legend of one called, well, it's an old one, if anything, an old brute named Daggermaw. She'll bite your head off and take pleasure in it. That's why I'm not going in there.
Yikes. Sharks. I don't think I've dealt with many of those. Well, to be honest, we were going to go down there anyway, so I think this all works out. So, should we just notify you somehow once we clear it out?
Oh, did you manage to talk to my old friend up there, by chance?
Oh, the nice ghost lady?
Oh yeah, she was my old master.
She seemed lovely, but I was a little busy with something, so I couldn't really break my concentration. But my friends here talked to her, and they seem to have worked out some kind of accord.
That's good. If she can be laid to rest, I can be laid to rest as well.
Oh, nice. Hey, what is her name?
Marl.
Morrow. Okay.
Marl, yep. Marl is her name. As you can now notice that this giant crab is not a typical normal crab, it's a familiar. As he's unable to go lay to rest due to the connection to Marl being connected to this material world still.
I'll look at the crab, and I'll look at shoes, and I'll look at the crab.
You're like, oh, that's a
Look
huge
at
upgrade.
Why? Shoes, could you grow that large? Could I take you to the shop or something?
Well, I look at everyone else because obviously they all heard that, Just looking for nods of acknowledgement, like, yeah, we're cool with that.
Yep.
Yeah,
You get it.
just one more thing.
Oh, it's one more thing to our list. Oh, I thought you were going to ask you one more thing. Sorry. All right,
Oh, yeah,
Krabby,
no.
we'll get back to you real shortly.
Oh, I hope so. Good luck in there.
Moving forward.
And Crex is peering over the steps to see if he can see anything.
What, in there?
Yeah,
You
Oh,
can just see
Gilvor
it,
is
just like a
stealthing.
cave, if anything.
From here on out, Gilvor is stealthing.
Alright, roll stealth check. Nice.
and Crex is going to use his telepathic communication with Gilvor, and what is that?
I would say, though, Drex, you still sense the presence of her, but she's obviously not out and about, you know, waving and shaking her hands. But you do sense the presence of Marl in the vicinity of the cavern.
Alright, I'll start advancing, keeping an eye out, seeing if there's any traps or anything.
Alright. Roll me a perception check. Alright, you don't see any traps of yet. From what you can tell, it looks like it just kind of a plateau that you'd have to scale to get towards the actual goal. But you can tell it is, from your vantage point, it is going to be a steep climb, very dangerous one, as there's no handholds, and if you did fall, you'd fall into the water. As you do
Do I
now
see it?
know, the water is infested with sharks.
Do I see anything here?
No,
Or if her remains or anything aren't here?
nothing,
that we
no
see?
remains. You can tell just by her presence, it looks like she drowned.
Right. Again, I'll start to slowly go down the stairs, keeping as far to the left as I can.
Okay.
Still looking out for traps or loose stones.
I'll say there's no traps where you're at currently. You're pretty scot-free. Are you joining them, Koma?
I
He's
think,
on in Discord.
I think Como left, yeah. That he's not feeling well.
Oh, that sucks.
He's not in the Roll20 either.
Alright, we'll take him out.
Oh god, don't kill him.
One-shotted.
Take him out.
Oh no, I'm stuck.
Take him
I-
out.
That's what you get when you have a familiar. That's why I don't stack them together.
I peek around the corner. I don't see anything down the stretch, do I?
No. You see a long pathway leading up towards kind of the mountain coast. As you
The
just-
island at the
yeah, the island as where the actual.
lighthouse.
Yes, correct. Thank you. As it's steep, as you begin to climb up, as you are just taking it careful, one step at a time.
And keeping an eye out for the harpies that Krabby mentioned. I'll keep my eyes to the sky.
I slowly start taking this turn to see if I can see anything, and keep from getting surprised.
Anybody who's up there, you can see just down below, it's a steep drop if you did fall in the water. As
Alright,
you-
I get to
Go ahead.
the top of the stairs and I stop just before I crest and stealth so I can peek over the edge.
Alright. So you do see up top, as you do see the plateau, you see a rough hew of stairs on the eastern face of the rocky outcropping. You do see atop the stairs is a rocky plateau spread up 80 feet above water, so it is a steep You see wooden doors leading towards the next kind of, well, the wooden doors lead towards the actual lighthouse. You see iron hinges and handles, decorative lightning bolts carved into them, as you do see the eerie green light atop.
These the stairs? I mean, the doors.
Correct.
How tall is the lighthouse?
Oh, it's pretty high. I'd say like probably. Let me see if I can find it actually. If there was indication of it. I would say it's probably a good like several hundred feet. It's pretty high.
Holy cow. Alright, I will move out on the plateau looking to see if there's any unusual markings or anything.
Yeah, you saw the weird markings. Well, not markings, but you saw the lightning bolts on the handles. But besides that, you just see this big structure here.
Alright, I'll approach the door and listen and look for traps.
Alright, roll me perception.
Am I able to assist with that?
As Gilvor, I'd say Gilvor, roll me a perception check. You can assist with it, correct?
Yep.
Alright. As Gilvor, you can roll perception as well, as you do see something else in the distance. 16. You do see some harpies. Pretty far away, though, as you do see them around this vicinity up here. As you do see a ledge there is kind of enclosed, as you see a 3-foot high stone retainer of a wall as it's keeping these things in a nest, as they're not apparent of your surrounding, as you see one of them.
I quickly move and like, sorry, it's over there, right over there. Stay on the wall.
And how high up are they?
They're on the opposite end, so they are on the thing. It's 80 feet currently.
Okay.
And but the problem is there's no climbing there. And it's kind of housed with a 3-foot high stone wall, like a nest for them. It looks like it's connected to the building.
Do we want to clear these out before we go inside?
How are we going to get up there?
We bring them down here, I start shooting, I'm sure they'll come.
No. Just, I don't think they can get inside. They're just trouble outside.
So, I take it with that perception. Did I see or hear anything with the doors?
From where you're at right now, no, you don't hear anything. You just hear kind of the wind blowing in between.
I didn't notice any traps.
No.
I'll check this.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll check to see if the door is locked.
It is.
I will break out the tools and set to it.
Actually, no, my apologies. It's not locked. You don't have to. It's just
God.
rusty and rickety as you can open it with no issue.
Alright, I crack it open and look inside.
Alright, you open it up and making a loud creaking noise as it opens up. As you do see a little bit more inside, you see this 15-foot high room that's empty. You see dirty windows to the south wall. You see what looks like you can see from the windows outside, as you do see 2 massive ships jutting out crookedly from the water.
Get inside.
Yeah, let's do quietly, slowly. So I just see what is this a window?
Door. That's a window.
Alright, so it looks like we've got 2 sets of doors and then a window. I'll check the door to the south.
Wait a minute. I think that might lead out to the harpies there. Now, here's the thing. I'm still talking low, but not whispering because we're kind of inside. So we got to think about the order in which we do this. If we go get this chest and fix the lighthouse, then we'll have to be carrying this chest when we go in the water. But we don't want to clear the water before the harpies because of the harpies. If we're trying to escape from a shark and we get ambushed by harpies, that's bad news. So I'm thinking harpies, shark, and Rex, and then lighthouse. Any thoughts?
Ash
Yeah,
gives you a thumbs up.
The only concern I'd have is we don't know what's in this lighthouse, so we could end up replacing the harpies attacking us for the lighthouse attacking us while we're in the water. Is there a storm still going on?
Yes, continuously. This place has an eerie feeling about it.
And so are we at kind of the eye of the storm, or?
You're on the ice storm, but
Okay.
it's just cloudy. There's no lightning bolts hitting this area. It's just far in the
Okay.
distance. If a lightning bolt hit you, you'd probably be dead.
Yeah.
Running your He-Man, I have the power!
I mean, that is a good point. But I still think we need to take out the harpies first.
I've always lived with the rule, kill as they come. So if we came across the harpies, I say we kill them. Wherever our next step takes us, we kill the next thing.
And what do you think, Raven? Oh, I say kill him. If it bleeds, you can hunt it. Alrighty.
I'm starting to like this guy.
So now are we going to take a vote or something? South or north?
I vote south.
I say check this door out here first.
Knocking around.
I will listen and look to see if there's any noise or any traps.
Sure, roll perception. Alright, you listen in. There's not traps, but you hear kind of the creatures across the room. As you hear them kind of speaking towards one another. As they kind of make rather long screeches as you all hear them.
Nice. I think you might have the harpies here. Is the door locked?
It is not.
I've got an idea. Perhaps I can, if we open the door, I can cast web to try and restrain them, and then might make it easier pickings for your attacks.
Yeah, but doesn't web need attachments? What if there's no walls to stick it to?
I mean, if it can't attach to anything, it just sort of collapses.
Even the ground.
It'd be like if you just threw a net, it'd just fall to the ground with gravity. So I just position it above them, and it would fall on the top.
Okay.
So it only lasts for one turn, but it only lasts for 6 seconds. But I mean that would be a good ambush play, I guess. But we don't actually know what's on the other side, so perhaps. In any case, it's just an idea.
Well, I mean, it can't be hurt to be prepared to throw it if the situation's not favorable for that. You know, we can change tactics on the fly.
On the fly, that's funny because they're harpies.
Crex just stares at her.
Anyway, shall we all get ready then? Is everyone?
Yeah, I have my arrows drawn again, notched.
Okay, so
we should probably be careful. We don't want to get trapped in this room.
alright, so I am not going first. Do we have any melee people at all?
Me?
Your head, Ursa.
Ash can be, but I think he's in the other suit.
Or either. He said he's been having Wi-Fi issues.
No, he's not there.
He's not even in Roll20 either.
Oh,
Oh, no,
no.
everyone's leaving.
Oh, I have 4 people now.
Maybe we should make friends with the Harpies, see if they'll join our team. I'll go first. I'll open up the door if that's what we're doing.
Right.
So
Are
Ash
you
is
gonna be
back.
right up?
So happier, open the door.
Well, Ash is back now. Maybe we'll see if he's interested in going first. If
It's up
not,
to
I
you,
will.
up to
Yeah.
you.
Well, stand by. Let's give him a chance. See what he
Alright,
wants to do.
I think back up and running.
So Ash, I'm standing in front of a door that we assume all the Harpies are on the other side.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So we're just debating who's going to open up the door. If you're interested,
Oh.
you can. Otherwise, I will.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm the tank. I will do the thing.
And correct stealths.
Yeah,
So is it
Okay,
this
well, he
door
thinks
over
he's
here?
stealth.
yes.
Excellent. All right. Yeah. I'll look behind, and when it looks like everybody's ready, I will open the door.
Anybody holding any actions or no?
My
You hold
bow
the bonus
drawn.
action.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to shoot if I see anything.
Okay.
I got a magic stone
Okay.
ready to throw.
Oh, wait, you
Well,
had-
could we? Do you think we might be getting a surprise turn out of this?
I would say you're getting a surprise if you can see anything, for sure.
All right.
Can I hold an if you hold an action, do you actually have to use the action, I guess?
This is a free held action, so but if you don't use it before your turn's up, but you have to use it right away. Like, this is kind of how I'm giving it. I'm giving it a freebie for this one.
Okay.
But ideally, you held
Oh,
an action that was on your turn.
If Urza was wanting to cast a spell.
Yeah,
and
no,
Urza-
this would
she
be
doesn't want it.
instant. This is an instant kind of
Okay.
thing. This is
So
not,
she-
it's not your turn.
She'd end up losing the spell if nothing else.
Ideally, if she didn't use it.
Okay.
Or she'd lose her turn if she didn't use the spell.
Okay.
Alright, so you open the door, fire at will, whatever you can see without moving your token. As you see these screeching harpies as they screech at high-pitched tones, as you see them basically almost bare naked. As they see you.
Hide your shame.
Which one are you
All right.
attacking?
Do we need to do initiative so we can determine who goes first on
Yeah,
surprise
we're going
round?
to. Yep. Well, no, we're going to. This
I
is
can
all
only see
happening
that.
right now. This is all happening right now. Free attack.
I can only see this one here.
Okay.
I can see this one.
Same.
So you can roll twice. If you're getting surprised, you're getting advantage automatically. So see if you get a crit. Alright,
So you were at advantage then?
yeah, that's what surprise gives you.
Awesome.
Natural 20 on that mind sliver. Nothing, Isra. It's
Well, I'll get.
they're
two
not
attacks
smart,
anyway.
but they have a -2. But they got an 18.
I assume a dirty 20 hits.
Yes, happy that is a hit. Crux, that's a hit. Magic. So where are all these hits going into? You guys haven't specified.
Oh, I only see the one directly in front of us
So
there.
this one? Okay. So
Yeah.
all the hits are going to this thing?
Crux is getting this one.
Yep. We're destroying that one.
Alright. What, someone else is pointing at this one.
Crux.
Alright. How much damage does the magic stone do? 10. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, you're looking to really hurt. really hurt. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. Alright, happy.
I'll take another shot at the one in front of me there.
That's a hit.
Oh, that would have the ambush on there, so that's just 13.
She's dead.
Nice. Okay. And I'm moving right over to this corner here. That'll be my turn. That wouldn't get an opportunity of attack on me here, will it?
Will hit you.
Yeah.
Alright, she will claw you. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Okay. She hits for 7 points of slashing. She nicks across your face. Alright. Spark is dead. Gilmore.
So am I able to yell kind of directions where the other two are? What I see as I'm running past and that one hit me?
I would say so, on your turn.
Well, I saw Crux go for something over here.
Correct. No, you didn't see him. He's using it in his mind.
Oh,
All
Okay.
psychic attacks.
You
saw
might
his
see
third
it.
dagger.
You might see it attacking me as I ran past it there, though. You'd see something hitting me.
Yeah, you hear a ah!
Son of a bitch!
Alright, as I start to move forward, I'll grab my quarterstaff, bonus action, shillelagh, and I'll get right here and attack this one.
Okay. Twelve is a hit.
Ooh, baby.
Quack. Alright. This harpy
Suck.
begins to fly. Action dash. Right here.
How tall is the room here?
Oh, in here it's not that tall. It's probably like 20 feet.
How high is it? Is it at my level now?
20
The
feet.
harpy?
This one's outside.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's about, as it fell off there, I'd say it's about, well, it kind of fell off there, so I would say 15 feet.
So shoes will move. And you'll fly up 15, 25, give the help action, and then fly back inside.
This one will attack you, Gilvor, as it'll bite and club you. Oh, not bite, sorry, club and claw. 13 and a 15.
Oh, they miss.
Alright. Crux.
Alright, I will shoot a dagger at the same one I attacked first time.
Okay. Fifteen's hit. She's dead. As you watch her head just kind of explode. So her limp body was on the ground.
I'll advance into the room.
Alright.
And move over to, well, I'll move. And that'll be my turn.
And this one starts to fly.
Ooh, I almost forgot. Can I take a minute? Can I use my bonus action?
For what?
I forgot. I can do a second bolt of psychic energy.
I would say no. Not at that point. Unended your turn.
Okay, gotcha.
This this one will attack you, Crux. She will bite and club you. 6 and 11 are both misses.
Yipper.
Okay. Ursa will start her blade song with her bonus action.
Okay.
And so you said that they're about 15 feet up.
Correct.
Just wondering if you make a melee spell attack. Melee attack, yeah. So I will just with my dagger, I'll throw it at this one.
Okay.
So within 15 feet, it's not 13.
That's a hit. The crocodile.
I had
tooth.
advantage anyway.
Alright, it stabs into her as it stays into her chest.
I'm just gonna roll again to see if I crit fish, because I did have advantage. No, it's all good. And that's my action and bonus action, so I'll adjust.
Alright, seeing the mess that's behind me, I'm gonna move back to here. And then I am going to Thunder Punch this harpy that's in front of me.
She's not. She's flying 15 feet.
Flying.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, no, I'm alright. I will produce flame and throw that at her.
That's a miss.
Alright. Then I will command my homunculus servant to attack with my bonus action. Target the same harpy.
Alright. 5 force.
And, yeah, I guess I will end the turn.
As you do hear a musical tone being sung as she begins to sing, as the music begins to go around the vicinity of 300 feet. As I like everybody roll a wisdom save.
Not like this. Nice.
Nice.
Nice, Ursa.
I will
I
survive.
don't know what that
Hey,
+1 is.
Well, it doesn't work on them.
Less?
You're all succeeded. The DC was 11.
Nice.
The music doesn't seem to do anything. As she will begin to fly, and that's all she'll do. She'll sing as she flies.
There's rolling less for you, Crux.
I'll step
Yeah,
up.
it was marked for some reason.
Cool though.
Yep.
I'll get rid of the advantage on that now too. Oh, and I get rid of that ambush too. That's
Yeah,
just 6
ambush
damage
happens,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, get rid of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Alright, this one will fly down to ground level. As it's just hovering 5 feet now, as it will make an attack on Ezra.
Yeah.
Alright, 12 and a 21.
I'll shield. Because that 21 fucking met. So rude.
Bird.
Bird, obeying the word, will fly over and give the help action on this one. Just scooch on back.
Alright, I will do another attack on the harpy.
Okay. That's a hit.
12 points of damage, still up.
Yeah. She barely got touched.
I will attack again.
$11 is a hit for 7 psychic.
And that'll be it.
Alright, that one will fly down right to 5 feet next towards you, Ash, as she will attack you twice.
Mhm.
A 20 and a 13.
20 hits.
Alright. You do take some claws as she rakes across your face for 7 slashing.
Okay.
As this one will pick the fate of who it's going to be. It goes through Gilvor as it will attack him. 21 to hit and natural 1.
They both. No, I'm just kidding. The 21 hits.
You get slashed across the face for 8 slashing.
I
My
will.
beautiful face! Oh.
I'll use my bonus action and cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it did that.
It just says attack. You have to, like...
Yeah, I've still got to attack with it. Stupid. Like, where? It has finesse and light. So I'm just gonna roll using my dagger because it's got the same.
Yeah, use your advantage because it's in dark.
Let's see. So I'll just roll with advantage. 12.
12? Roll with advantage. That's not... Is that advantage?
Yeah, that's advantage. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty shitty. Yeah,
I rolled
a hit.
I rolled a 1 and a 6, and casting Green Flame Blade. So it'll be the damage from before, so 9 psychic damage on the one right in front of me, and the one
Green
next
Flame
to
Blade
it.
is what? It's an action, right? Or is it a bonus action?
So you use the action to cast.
The Green Flame Blade and then
So
and then
so
the shadow
bonus
damage
action-
from the blade. Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah. So I hit the one in front of me, and the one next to it will take
I'm not.
spell casting. So it takes.
I'm not
5
sure you can do that.
You can.
With the
we
Shadow Blade.
we looked up online. It's
I asked Red before.
I made sure. I checked it. It was a 2020 post on it. So
Rules is written. No,
it works
but
as rules is written because Shadow Blades is a spell. It's an action, and when you attack with it, when you cast it, you get attack with it. And
no,
then,
it's because the material components for Green Flame and Booming Blades say the melee weapon has to be worth a silver piece.
Yeah, it says you brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting.
That's why I asked you, Red.
I don't know. That's what I said on there. Let me. Because it says that this change has nothing to do with prohibiting or allowing Shadow Blade to combine with Green Flame Blade. It's all about fixing those two cantrips.
Oh, okay.
No, I did check for that because
Yeah, it
But
was
yeah, so-
it was from what's his name? One of the head honchos. Forgot his name.
Crawford.
Yeah,
Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford had mentioned that. He said, I'd allow those in a combo since a liberal used them for an improvised weapon.
So the one in front of me takes 9, and then the one next to it takes 5 fire damage. That's it.
All right.
I've had somebody
Uh,
use it before in my Icewind Dale campaign, which is... It makes sense for what it does. You do have to sacrifice a spell and then use all your shit all at once to get that hit.
Yeah, it takes resources. All right, so for the one that's directly in front of me, I'm going to now punch it with my Thunder Gauntlet.
The hit.
13.
Yeah.
Alright. Hit with 11. And then I'll use my bonus action to activate my defensive field with my guardian armor. So you see like a little shimmer over me, and I'll gain 4 temporary hit points. And then I'm not moving anywhere, so I will end my turn.
Alright, this harpy's gonna fly. 20 feet. Well, 20 here. And she will go 20 down. That's all her movement. And she is going to bold and ashen for attack. That's all she can really do. Happy. Alright, you stab her. You're still alive, but barely. Still work. Maybe he can redeem himself. To hit. As you take her down, she drops on top of you as you roll her off of you as she's dead.
Get off me, sugar tits. I will move to this door and listen, and that's my turn.
Okay. Harpy is going to attack Ezra.
Yep.
5 and a 21.
21 again. I'll just take the hit.
You get a club as she smacks your head with 3 points of bludgeoning. Bonk.
I have been bonked. Al will fly over and give the help action on the one that just bonked Urza, and that's it.
Alright, Crux, you hear fighting happening behind you.
I move to the back. And I shoot a bolt at the harpy.
Which one? Okay. $14 points. Nice. She's still alive, but really hurt.
I will shoot my other one at her.
You kill her as you watch her head poof. As that's enough damage to her.
And I'll finish my move. And that'll be my turn.
RP. That's going to attack Ash. A natural 20 and a 13.
Yeah, they 20 hits, 13 doesn't.
Right, take 11 points of slashing as she cuts your face this time, leaving red marks across your face as she cuts through the first layer of your skin as it begins to bleed heavily, aggressively.
Alright, yep, okay.
Oh, my face! My pretty face!
Okay. Urza she'll move up and she'll.
Alright, this one
take
will
that
make an
help
attack of opportunity on you as it held its action.
Yep.
Claws misses with 7.
Yep. And then we'll make an attack with the Shadow Blade using Green Flame Blade. Let me just. Sorry.
Good thing nobody's has light sources here. Everybody has dark vision in this group.
Except for Komu, if he was here.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if he did have one, it would screw your dark. It would screw up your blade. You need that weapon in pure dark.
Alrighty. Oh, that's right. It's advantages.
Yeah, it would lose the advantage if it didn't have it.
24
On which one?
on the this one, the one that just attacked me.
Okay.
So, and then it will take. Nice. 14 psychic damage. And then Green Flame Blade, 5 damage on this one.
Alright. just
Unless, was it up in the air? Or is it at ground level? still?
It's ground level. It's hovering, so you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
select
yeah.
it.
Yeah, cool. That's it.
Ash.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit the one directly in front of me. We've just been trading blows. So, let's see here.
That's a hit.
All right.
As you knock her out.
Okay. And then I'll instruct my homunculus servant to shoot the one that's still up over here. My bonus action.
That's a hit.
Right.
4 points damage.
And then I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
And I'll end the turn.
Alright, she's gonna pick between the two of you. It's going for Ezra. 10 and 17.
Both miss.
Alright, happy.
I look at Gilvor. Are we going through there, Green Thumb?
What's he gonna do with Pixie?
I'll pop over here. Don't see any.
You're
Back.
fighting. Ching, 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 ching.
That's not one of us there, is it?
No, those are dead corpses. That's Ezra
Okay.
up there.
Okay. Yep. So I still don't see anything. So I'm just going to hold my attacks.
Okay.
Hold an arrow.
Door.
If the door's unlocked, I'm gonna crack it open just to peek, and if I see an enemy in there, I'm just gonna go, eh! Close it immediately.
So what you see here is the horrible stench of the harpies. You don't see any harpies. You see a nest of rotting vegetation, bones, previous meals. As you do see accumulation of equipment from other adventures that had died here.
No baddies, though?
No, it looks like a nest with a bunch of stuff.
I just close the door and head back towards the group.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I hold there.
One's dead. Owl.
Al will fly over, give the help action, and zoop it away.
Alright. Crux, you got advantage.
Ooh,
Finish
kitty
it.
gumdrops. I shall shoot my dart, whatever it is.
That's a hit. It's not dead yet, but it's looking really hurt.
Alright, and I will throw another one at it.
Finish it.
Alright, just not advantage, regular. 17's a hit as you kill it. It ends combat. Oh my god, I'm posting minus. Alright.
Any more of them?
I don't see any more.
I think that's the last of them.
Man, it's too bad Komu ran scared. Hey, there's a big pile of stuff over there in their nest. Might be some useful crap in there if you guys want to take a look.
Yeah, I'll head that direction to investigate.
In the meantime, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. I need to go buy it. But we'll be back in 5.
Alrighty, I'll go make myself a cup of tea then.
I'll go grab a drink as well.
So, it's actually my birthday in 2 days, so I'm gonna have my family sing happy birthday to me. Be a little more than
Nice.
5, but I'll join up with you guys when I'm done.
Excellent.
I'm back.
Sorry, I'm back.
We're sorry you're back too.
Woof. I've acquired the legendary leaf juice. Life's great.
Alright, I'm back.
Yep.
So as you guys begin to pass through the shrine, you do see a shrine, obviously, in that room where you had fought those horrible harpies. You do see around the wall, a 15-foot high room is adorned with frescoes depicting of a ship being tossed across the stormy seas, a dark, terrible god looming above them as it looks like it's smiling. Set into the west wall is a dirty, salt-encrusted window, a stone altar with lightning bolts carved into its stand against the south wall, a metal rod descending from the ceiling above the altar, splitting in two before it embeds itself into the stone. For those that wish, they can roll a religion check to figure out what the hell is this altar or this shrine or whatever this is.
I ain't no shit.
I've been rolling good tonight.
Alright, happy. Which is funny because we did lose a guy who was a person who dedicated themselves towards this god and they kamikaze themselves multiple times. As you do know, this god it is Talos, the god of storms.
Crex looks around with disinterest and goes south into the nest area to look around.
You can almost see like the altar itself kind of giving like almost like a eerie energy kind of surging from it as you guys begin to leave away into the next room ahead where the harpies had a nest with a few of sadly a few heroes that lost their lives to them.
I'll search.
Sure. You
And
know,
suggest everyone do the same.
you roll
Yeah,
investigation, highest one gets the best loot.
That was pretty trash.
Jesus.
Nice.
Okay, happy. You get the best loot. Second best loot would go towards Ezra if there's any extra. Alright. So in this room, you do see obviously a good nest. As you begin to look through it, you do see what looks like a bunch of crap. There's really nothing of money or anything like that. But you do see a potion still remaining there, Happy. So this potion looks very strange. It is kind of has a cloudy green fluid inside of it. As you do see kind of bubbles floating in it.
Can I take a look? I'm proficient in alchemy.
Absolutely. Check her out, hero.
All right, so alchemy supplies. What would you say? That's an intelligence base?
Yes.
Okay.
12. You have no idea what the hell that is.
I don't know, man. I'd be careful.
You think it could be multiple things as you're thinking in your head, multiple kind of potions that would be technically this, but it's hard to tell if it is what you think it is.
Would I know any of them are dangerous, or would they all probably be buffs of some sort?
It's probably an enchantment.
Okay.
A buff
Yeah,
probably.
I'll relay that. Like, I don't know. Kind of looks like some kind of enchantment, but I don't know.
Thank you. Is that something he'll be able to check again later on? Like tomorrow again, or is it just kind of a one-shot
It's a
deal?
one-shot thing, so
Yeah.
at that point you'd have to use Identify on it.
Okay.
Because it is a magical item. Even if it's a potion.
Okay, excellent.
Have
So-
it, if he has, alchemy supplies, he can kind of forego the identify if he rolls good enough.
Okay. For now, I'll just put down green bubbly liquid potion. That sound about right?
Potion of Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Monster. I could use a monster drink.
Which map to do, that's the really question. The original? Or is it the one from Taco Bell?
There's more than one Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah.
What?
And you actually.
Baja Blast, he might not get it. in
Baja Blast,
Australia.
yes. That's the one. The one that tastes like chemicals.
And actually, the Mountain Dew in the United States is different than Mountain Dew in Canada. There's quite a bit more caffeine in the United States.
Yeah, oh yeah, there is. I tried one. My friend gave me one when he went on a trip there. It was like drinking sugar. I was just like, nope, I'm tossing this out. Now, so that's all that's in there. You just smell the rotting vegetation and bones of previous people.
I want to search around this, like a really close inspection of this altar.
Sure. As you do see surging lightning kind of surging around it as it statics. Looks dangerous.
No levers, no buttons, no openings.
No, it looks like an altar. As you see
Alright.
lightning bolts carved into it.
Interesting.
Do we actually see the shark down here?
You see a shadow of it, and then it disappears.
That is a big shark.
As there's like 5 boats that the craft mentioned that have sunk.
Well, do we want to try this door over here? Do we want to rest or something?
Just looking at the altar, does it seem like it's the cause for all the stormy weather that's going on outside?
From you can tell, it's hard to tell honestly on that point. But the altar itself has like some kind of static electricity kind of surging around it.
I think you should pee on it.
No. Well, you slap it.
Urza will, because of her low religion roll, think better of it and
She
move
sacrifices
back to
shoot
the
on it. Go shoot. Go.
I will walk up to the next door, listen at it, and look for traps and noises.
Okay. 16 perception, I'll give it to you. You don't have to. As you begin to listen in, you don't hear anything of any sorts. It's kind of quiet, kind of windy.
Do I see any traps?
Nope. Just wooden doors that can be opened.
Are they locked?
Nope, they can be opened.
Alright, I will crack one open and take a look.
As you do see that there are stairs leading upwards, as well as you do see another door to your right side.
Alright, I will slowly sneak in, hug the wall.
So you see a spiral staircase with an ornate stone rail climbing up onto the inside wall of this round stone tower. As the staircase landing is about 40 feet higher than its lower half.
Alright, I listen at the other door.
Okay.
Look for traps.
There's no traps, but you do hear a kind of a groaning noise from there. As you're...
Like a...
It doesn't sound like a zombie or a ghoul, but you hear...
Is it kind of like deep and strong? Does it sound like it might be an ogre?
No. It sounds deep and nasally. As you open the door, you hear a voice. Who enters my home? Begone from the Tower of Storms, or face my wrath, intruders. That's what you hear. As you begin to feel the surge of electricity surge across the walls.
I shut the door.
You shut the door. What do you do?
Okay. Did you guys hear that?
How could we not?
Yeah.
As you stand there at the door, he shoots a lightning bolt. Roll initiative. Through the door, destroying it. Anybody in the arc will get hit. As Crux, you're within the 5 feet vicinity of Ash, Gilvor, and Happy. As he destroys the door, through the smoke, you do see this rather large individual, barnacle-encrusted armor, as you do see across the side of him on his belt, an opaque conch shell across his belt. As well, you see his armor. Around his chest, you do see a major hole where once his heart was there, no longer remains. So you do see this dude. As he looks like a half-orc. Alright, so dexterity saves for those that I mentioned. As well as your little robot too.
Yep.
Ezra, you're safe. The DC is pretty low. It's a DC 12. Oh.
Not like this.
But the damage is ridiculously high. 34 points of lightning.
Holy shit.
Oh, I mean, it's halved, but that's
Yeah.
still not gonna help. Yeah, so his body's burned away, and the gem that is created, or that used to create him, falls to the ground.
Reaction absorb elements.
Okay.
So it's 17 points of damage
Yes.
for saved.
Yeah, and then if you're using what he's using, it quarters it. Gilvor used a spell slot to make it even lower. Alright. As you do see this individual, he's upset as you opened the door and closed it. As you entered his home.
Can't we use the video game response of, oh, we were just looking?
You see his face. I don't think he's too happy to
Well,
say yes.
the door is open now, right?
It's destroyed. You shut
I
it.
will. I'll step up. I will shoot a bolt at him.
Alright.
$12 miss,
That's it.
and he will step back around the corner.
Alright, I will move forward to plug the doorway. And, yeah, I guess this is a good time as any. I will, and move that burning hands.
There you go.
Yep, there we go. Alright, so yeah, I'll cast Burning Hands, which is...
Dexterity.
Gee.
It fails with an 8, so give me the full damage.
Alright.
As you hear him groan in pain as the fire burns across his skin.
And, yeah, I'll end the turn.
Alright. As he begins to march up towards you angrily, as he will cast Thunder Wave
Oh!
at second
Okay.
level.
So that's what, a dex save?
It's a con save.
Con save, okay. Okay.
DC is a 12. Oof.
Oh,
As you get pushed away from him, I think it's 10 feet. Let me just double check. It's it is 10 feet, yeah. So you get pushed 10 feet away from him as you do take 13 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
So you move 10 feet away, so then you can actually move into the room. So you can choose whatever direction you want. As long as it's, not impeding his...
Yeah. I'm thinking there.
Alright, so he begins to move in. That's a hit. I don't know why you're rolling twice. I think it's like...
From his feet, the
Oh,
ambusher.
yeah, ambusher.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the damage for that one.
Not a bad first turn.
That's a good round, yeah.
Owl will fly in, give the good hooch, and then fly out. Yep. The help action. There's a will. So this dagger, it's only darkness that it actually gets a benefit, right? Not dim light.
darkness. Has to be darkness.
Yeah.
So you can use it, but it wouldn't get the advantage.
Well, it's not advantage, it's extra damage, right? The shadow dagger.
The shadow dagger, yes, it'd get more damage if it was dark.
I'll move around and I will main action. I'll cast Booming Blade with my dagger. That'll miss.
That's a miss, yeah.
And then bonus action, disengage around the corner.
Alright, enter it into his room. Guild War.
How is the conch attached?
It's attached to his belt, like almost like a horn. So you could cut it off if you wanted to, but it would be in action.
You know, if we weren't down 2 players, I would make a play for it. But instead, I'm gonna attack this guy,
Okay,
bonus
I
action
see.
It's
Shillelagh attack.
very like opalescent kind of looking conch. Very beautiful.
I gotta read something really quick. Alright.
That's it.
Alright, I'll mark him as favored foe. I'm also using Dreadful Strikes.
How long does Shillelagh last? 10 minutes, right? Or an hour?
Just recast it as a
Oh,
bonus action.
Okay, thank you.
It's like a minute, I think.
That's good.
Yeah. And that's my turn. 19 damage.
Alright, that is him. Grux.
Right, I'll shoot a bolt at him.
That's a miss.
Alright, I'll take it back around the corner and stealth. You stealth it.
Yeah, I just said you're good.
Okay.
Best move would be Thunder Gauntlet right now.
Alright, that hits him.
Right. And then
Bloody.
hold position.
Alright, as he's like, Talos, give me strength to destroy these ruffians. As he clashes his hammer, or his hand down like a hammer into the ground, as he will use his domain spell of Talos to do max damage on his next spell, as he does Thunder Wave in second level. So the con save doesn't really actually help for this, but I'll just say roll it anyways, because I will say you can still take half, because it's going to be max damage. So roll the con save for just so you can reduce a little bit of the damage, but he's making it do max. Alright, so Happy fails, Gilvor and Ash succeeds. Alright. Alright, so it's 16 points of thunder damage. If you succeed, you take half of that.
Right. I did absorbed elements, so I take a quarter.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
And you use no spell slot.
Yep.
Yeah, seems worth it.
As you get the thunder, as it shocks Happy, as he's unable to go back further as he gets hit against the wall, as it hurts, but it doesn't do any damage. You get shocked into, you kind of crack across the actual wall a little bit, as you feel your spine kind of pop.
It's not good. How high is the stairs behind me?
Where you're at right now, it'd be probably 10 feet. 10 feet.
Okay.
In a bunny hop.
Yeah, after I attack here.
That's a miss.
13? Okay. So yeah, so I'll bunny hop up top of the stairs here.
That isn't a provoke attacks, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Boing.
Here, I'll share it here one sec.
Yeah, I got it. No, I've seen it before. I just forget.
Yep.
Al will fly in, just see all the carnage, and give the help action, and then scooch back out. So we'll run in, make a booming blade attack with her. I'll say with a rapier this time. To hit
That's it. Needle.
for 11 damage.
Game of Thrones.
It seemed fitting. And then bonus action, disengage.
As you do stab him, you don't see any blood or anything. As this, you can tell his body's he's already dead. As you can see, a rather big hole through his chest. He has no heart. It is
Also,
like
did you see my comment, Gilvor,
infringement.
about the, did you add thunder damage to your shillelagh attack?
I don't know if I can. Because
This is a melee attack.
I think it's a... let me see.
For what?
He used absorb
Spell
elements.
capture
so-
something incoming.
Yeah, I would
plus
say you could
damage.
use the thunder damage. Why not? Fuck it. Maybe
First time you hit with a melee attack. Okay, yeah, it was a melee.
because it is a melee attack.
I didn't mean to cast it, I was trying to display it. I pressed the button. But
So it takes an extra 3 of the same type that he dealt, the thunder.
Okay.
Which I don't know if he's resistant to it or not.
It's really hard to get
Right.
resistance of thunder. It's like sound.
Same thing.
That's it.
$15 total
What's the 2d6 for?
for this last absorb elements. The first one was
Oh,
when he
exactly.
did the lightning. Yeah. This one was the last one I used, so I don't have it anymore.
Right. Pop her in the corner.
Alright. Got advantage. Happy got fucked up.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, a lightning
Happy's not
bolt
happy.
was kind of like, what the fuck, basically.
Oh, bam!
Nice.
How do you want to do this?
His face just explodes.
Alright. You explain his face as you see just bone remnants left as his body drops on the ground.
Sweet.
Y'all shout out, is everybody okay?
Nope.
Dale stun a little. Snatch the conch up.
I slumped down against the wall and sitting on the steps.
I'll hand the conch to Crux because he was the one who talked to the lady.
Alright, somebody check him if he's got anything interesting. Speak in his room.
I'll pick up the gem that was my homunculus servant.
Alright, you go into his room. It's a 15-foot high room, 2 north-facing windows, a barnacle-encrusted chair that stands against the south wall, as it looks like where you would potentially sit. As you begin to look around the vicinity of there, you do see what looks like some kind of things he has kind of hoarded in this room. As you do see, you obviously have the conch. You do see a line coster kind of. It looks like kind of some supplies, as it has the line coster symbol on it. It looks like a crate or a chest of some sort. We'll say a chest. As you open, you can open the chest. It has just supplies in it. It can fetch for 125 gold pieces, or if you take it to a capital city, you could fetch for more.
The chest itself.
No, the supplies.
Oh, the supplies. Okay, yeah.
So what kind of supplies were they, Red?
Just like trade supplies. Like I don't know, doesn't really
Okay.
specify. It just says it's worth the money. I would think it would be just like supplies.
Alchemy
for
supplies.
crafting. No.
Yeah. Linen, flax, iron, all that fun stuff.
Hey, Ash, do you want to investigate his person here? I'll give you aid.
Yeah, sure will. Best John.
No, my apologies. It's not supplies. There's no supplies. I read it wrong. It's just the conch that could be sold. My apologies for a lot of money because it's beautiful, which obviously Gilmore has.
Crex looks around, grabs the conch, and calls.
Gilmore has it.
Arrow.
He already has it.
No,
He gave it to me.
Yeah, I handed it to him because
Oh,
he
you
was the
did?
one who was
Okay.
talking to the lady, so I figured.
Yeah, so you can tell it can fetch for about 125 gold pieces, 250 to a capital city.
I call out Mara's name. Mara.
No answer.
May have changed her mind. We should probably sell it at the capital.
Oh, you know what? She might only be able to go inside or outside, so we'll just give it to her on the way out, right?
Sounds good.
I like your optimism.
Here, drink this. Actually, maybe we should rest. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm a little beat up. I wouldn't mind resting. Maybe not here though. Maybe somewhere we can put our backs to the wall. I look up. Can we climb these stairs?
Oh yeah, it goes high.
Okay.
It goes
Breathe
another 40 feet up.
Even back where the ghost was, there was that nice little enclosure inside there.
Oh, I was thinking the altar room. There's 2 doors. And they're not blowing out their hinges, so...
True story.
Oh. You mean, so we can probably give the conch back as well at the same time?
Yeah.
On second thought, I think you're right. Let's go out there. Do. He'll start walking that way.
I do a half limp, half hop down.
All right.
Oh, this is a long walk, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah, this is a good spot.
All right. You do eventually feel the presence of her moving in, and she senses her conch.
Get out of Crux's way here.
Yeah, I'm stepping back.
Have you brought my gift?
Crex lifts up the conch shell. Is this it?
It is. And she looks. You see a smile on her face. She looks horrid, but you can see through her visage, it's still her in there. I'm thankful. I am. As she begins to kind of look towards the tower. Did you kill it? The creature?
Just the undead creature that had your shell, we killed it.
She's happy. As you can tell, probably she died to it or something along the lines of it. Do you give her the conch?
I would ask a favor. Is there anything you can tell us about these shipwrecks or the rest of the tower?
What would you like to know?
Just whatever there is to know. I mean, is there anything further up in the tower that we have to fear? Is there a way to deal with the sharks in the water?
She doesn't know about the sharks or anything like that, predating when she died, but she does know that beware of the heart that lies atop the tower.
Does it belong to the creature that we killed?
She nods.
Thank you. Here is your shell.
Alright, she disappears.
Say hi to Krabby for us. Alright, let's sit down and take a rest.
Lose Krabby now. You don't get the little extra freebie from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was gonna give you a reward, a treasure item.
Are we going to take a rest?
Yeah, I could certainly use
Yeah.
a rest.
Take a short rest.
Yeah.
Man, there's 2 shit rolls in there.
That was a pretty intense fight. Pretty badass though to have a guy just using like thunder abilities and lightning, kind of like a god.
Yeah, that area
Maybe
was
not the
confined.
game. Sorry. I was gonna say Jotun may have left, but his soul lived on in that one guy.
worse if you had everybody here, because then multiple people would get hit. It would be so crammed and there would send players.
But then he probably would have died twice as fast.
Maybe. Some of you guys missed your attack, so. Alright, so what do you guys want to do next?
Do we want to go to the top of the lighthouse and figure out why it's green and sickly looking?
It has something to do with Buddy's heart.
Yes, we should. That way you can put this matter to rest and...
We'll fix the broken lighthouse.
Well, that might be what, yes. In any case, you lot all ready then?
Starts walking. The long, slow trek up to the lighthouse.
The harpies respawned.
They respawned because we used a bonfire. Rookie mistake.
I'm back in the stairwell.
Likewise.
Crux will start going up the stairs, keeping an eye peeled.
We are stealthing.
Alright, you guys start climbing up. You do notice you can climb up another 40 feet, or you can see a door.
Gilver, you want to listen to the door, or you want me to?
Here, I'll listen. Stick my ear to it. Wait, do I have anything? Hang on. No, I just listen to it like normal.
Alright. You listen to it. As you hear lightning surges into that area. As you hear heavy crackling of lightning bolting into the actual structure.
Sounds like that altar sounded, but louder. Is it trapped, Crux? Step back.
I will check. Oh, hold on. Roll20 just reset on me.
Alright, 11, there's no traps. From what you can
Doesn't look trapped to me. But, I mean, do we want to open it?
Sure. I open the door. I don't even crack it open. So
Alright. As you open a door, you can see multiple charred marks across the actual rooftop that you're actually here. As probably multiple lightning strikes have hit this area multiple times. As you see the vantage point from the top, you can see kind of shattered masts across the sea, five wrecked ships. As you do see, enclosed on the rooftop is a 1 foot high stone wall, 2 foot high iron railings atop of it. Similar railing circles a walkway of the lighthouse, or the beacon. As you see, which is about 20 feet above this area, is you see a lightning rod. But you do see charred marks across the entirety of this place.
no, let's not go out here. Although I think that rod does need some investigating. But that's interesting. If we go into that altar, the heart might be summoning the storm, and then the storm charges that, and that does we don't know what.
Do we want to know? Do we want to try and fix it and see what happens?
I think we need to head up more. I mean, we might want to destroy that thing, but for all we know, it's what charges the light. Maybe it's just the heart that needs to be removed from the light.
Oh.
Well, the lightning rods usually aren't good. How is it secured to the lighthouse?
It's like kind of looks like it's kind of welded on there itself. It's like kind of placed there.
Yeah, judging from where it sits, I think that's right over where that altar was, so that's what goes down and splits to that altar, charging it up. Oh, right. It's a self-charging storm. It could be the heart, or it could be the altar, it could be both that's summoning this unholy storm. I think we should go up more.
I agree.
Yeah.
Craig starts walking up further up the stairs.
As you guys begin to move up across the pinnacle of the lighthouse of the beacon, partly open, you can see the elements and the surrounding of the narrow walkways toppling of an iron whale. And you do see some open archways of a beacon pulsing with green light spilled around the westward over to the seas. The light is so bright, you begin to get blinded by it.
I slowly advance up around the...
You can't see anymore, you're blind right now. As the light is so bright, it blinds anybody who looks at it.
Well, Craig will look away from it then.
Alright, your eyes start to clear out as your eyes stop watering.
I'm going to put on Tark's beard,
Okay.
but on my forehead, so that it covers my eyes a little. And I'll just fairly look through.
Any direct, like if you directly look at it, it blinds you automatically.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's like
I'm not going to look directly at it.
it.
But I imagine it's still bright in there, even if I'm not looking at it. So I want to kind of dim that.
You do see the heart beating. As you see the pulsing light.
Is it connected to anything, or is it just sitting on the thing?
It looks like it's floating there. As you see, it's like literally an organ.
Step back. I think this is Ash and Urza's territory.
Yeah, can I do some kind of arcana check to try and understand what I'm looking at?
If you're looking at it, you're blind right now.
Right. To understand it.
Alright.
Craig feels his way back down the stairs.
What are you
Over
trying
here,
What are you
right?
trying to understand with Arcana, particularly?
Or is our theory correct? Like, does it seem like it's powered by the lightning bolts hitting the lightning rod? Does it seem like it's free floating and it's self-powered?
Neither of those.
All
This
right,
feels
fine.
like a god has been approached upon this land.
Yeah, I will relay that then. I'm not sure if it's magical. I think it might be religious.
What do you think, Urza? Oh. They took BRB. Happy, you ever see anything like this?
Never. But I sure would like to shoot it.
What did I miss?
So I backed up for you and Ash to take to kind of figure out what's going on. This heart is kind of floating there, suspended. It is doesn't seem. It seems like it's been placed there by probably some influence of Talos, either directly or indirectly. And Ash made an Arcana check to determine that, and then I just asked Happy if he'd seen anything like this. He'd like to shoot it. I kind of agree, but I wanted to see what you thought before we did anything.
Am I able to like reach out and touch it?
You're blinded as soon as you look at it.
Oh, I'm not. Like I would have probably looked at it, be like, "Oh fuck."
Okay.
And
As soon as you
turn
look
around.
at it, you're blinded for like basically a solid 60 seconds. It blinds you.
But I'm able to close my eyes and walk
Yeah,
over there.
Yeah, you want to touch it? Or do you want
I have my arrow notched.
Okay. As he's closing his eyes, his arrow's notched. Okay.
No,
If I hear a scream, I'm shooting.
I go
you might hear a second
out of line of
scream
sight.
if you do that.
I go down the steps a little bit. Corrects.
I'm just thinking if there's anything I can cast.
Yeah,
here.
so can someone keep an eye on Ash?
I always thought that wizards were smart.
Alright, so Izra's touching it or what? What's going on?
Am I feeling like anything?
Well, I'm
walk.
asking you, are you touching it? Or are you coming closer?
Well, I'm
to
just
it?
saying I'm walking closer. Do I feel like?
You just feel like...
Is it like a
you
thunderstorm where it's like
there's
the
a thunderstorm,
ozone
yeah,
and-
there's everywhere, but you do the heart itself, you just feel like dark energies coming from it. It's not natural.
See, this is where I get shoes to touch it, right? So mean.
You could just let Happy shoot it.
No, don't do that. No. Oh, that's so mean. Oh shit.
It is evil. Look, it's the BP logo.
Those damn Brits. What arseholes. Well, I mean, I was gonna cast the Identify spell, but I need to touch it to actually do it. So... Sure. Yeah, I'll touch it.
Alright, as it shocks you.
Yeah.
For a shit ton of damage.
I'll use my reaction to cast Absorb Elements.
Alright, as you cannot touch it, as it doesn't let you. Your hands get zapped away from it. But then if you want to keep
Well.
touching it and keep getting shocked, it's up to you.
That happened.
Try an arrow, Happy.
Alright, Happy, roll with disadvantage. Alright, let's do it. Roll damage. As you destroy it, as it blows up, imploding, as it destroys, leaving no trace behind of this heart left. As you do feel the ache and pain of the structure taking a heavy blow, not breaking apart, but you do feel the structure taking quite a shape. It eventually stops after a few seconds, as you see chunks of debris jumping into the water.
Might be time to go.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna start walking down the stairs.
Do we see, is the storm lessening?
I was thinking the same.
Yes, the storm is listening.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Agreed.
Is there any other kind of light? Like, does the lighthouse still function or no?
No. This lighthouse has been abandoned for many years.
Oh.
It's a ghost.
We can tell them they can come back and relight it.
Yeah, now judging by the shipwrecks outside, it wasn't functioning for a long time.
Yeah, good point. This way, Crex.
As you eventually see the body that you killed turn into dust. So if you guys didn't kill it, the heart, he would come back in the next 24 hours, full spell slots and full health.
Oh, what a torment.
That's fine. So
Lightning
do I in
bolt,
24
lightning
hours.
Bolt, lightning bolt.
Oh, I meant for him.
Oh yeah, no, he, not a torment, honestly. He's a servitude towards Talos. He took out his own heart in servitude to him.
I like to imagine that's the Tabaxi reincarnated from our first one.
Well, honestly, I kind of wish it was. I wish he stayed in the group, our cleric, because he was a servant of Talos. He would probably love this place. He'd probably kill you guys if Talos saw fit.
Correct. So the things down in the shipwrecks, right?
Yeah.
As you can see, the light eventually fading away, the darkness already into light. It takes time. It'll take some time. I'd say a good hour before it's kind of actual nice light here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I thought that the ship, it might be high enough above water that we'd be able to access it without going in the ocean. Are they completely? Are the wrecks
underwater.
completely submerged?
Yeah, they're submerged. They're on the shoreline, so they're not completely like. You can walk on some of the surfaces of the ships, but you'd be in the water. There are obviously some parts where it's underwater and you would have to go underwater.
So the question is, do we want to just kind of slide down here into the water near the ships, or do we want to...
Slide down here would be suicide. It's very high.
So there seems to be no question. We want to head towards the shore.
Yeah, I don't think we want to push our luck, so I think we just get back to the shore and then we can assess it from there.
I'm down.
Agree.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys make your way back.
Krabby made a likeness of himself out of sand.
And crab.
One hell of a crab castle.
How far is it from here to the beach?
40 feet drop, I think.
Yeah, it's a treacherous drop. You can obviously go with a rope and use a pit and try to climb down.
Yeah, I have both those. I will start setting it up.
Alright, you do
Lowering
that.
down a rope, securing it, such.
As it drops down 50 feet, enough rope that it kind of coils at the bottom.
Hey, do you have those pythons?
Yep. I'll start hammering and piting into the rock. Tink, 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 tink.
And that way we can climb back up.
And then, yeah, I guess I will test it out and take the rope down.
Oh, you going that way? Okay.
You have gliders or something, don't you, Ash?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Ha!
I would recommend the other side because that side is the longer way around.
Well, yeah, I will pull up the rope and swing it over to the other side.
I'm lazy, so I'm just going to put this down. I know you guys don't have one, but I'm going to do it anyways. A rope ladder has been added.
Oh, nice.
Neat.
As the water is shallow for quite a bit while, it does eventually get deeper.
So what's the plan? We just swimming?
Hmm.
I mean, is it dark out?
No, the lights eventually, the clouds are fading away.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's just the dynamic lighting.
I can sort of fight, but I mean, it's very difficult to swing a sword underwater.
Right.
Well, if you have a piercing weapon, you have no issue. Only slashing and bludgeoning.
Alright, go rapier. Oh, and daggers are piercing. So.
So do you want to wade out into the water and act like a wounded seal? Or should we just start swimming, hope we find them?
Debating we should wait for Komu to be up from his nap.
I mean, he can hold his breath, I guess, but swimming is. I suppose he could wild shape.
Yeah, out of character. It just seems like this might be difficult without someone who is good in the water.
Sadly, the turtle is not. They don't have a swimming speed.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's more of a tortoise than a turtle.
The turtles don't have a swimming speed, and they can breathe underwater for 1 hour.
Yeah, I was thinking more the fact that he's a druid.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can shapeshift into water creatures.
Plus,
Right,
we're screw it. Let's go for it. What's the worst that can happen?
I guess we can see how far we can get out before we have to, start to swim.
Try and mask our. Try to splash as little possible. Let's skirt along the edge here too, because there does seem to be waves crashing and that. Maybe I'll mask some of the sound. We won't get attacked immediately.
Okay.
There might be nothing to that. I'm just kind of spitballing here. All right, start swim. Well, actually, before I do that, I don't want to just jump in for everyone. Did anyone need to do anything or?
Yeah, no, I'm into jumping in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably our next step, unless we're able to use the little fella here as bait somehow.
Ooh, could he fly up and see if he can see it through the water?
Possible. Choose, go, have a look. Zoop.
Let's stop here and wait.
Flies over. Doesn't see anything up yet. You do as it begins to make its way across. It does get deep around this part, so it's shallow around here, but it gets deep.
Can shoes take any other forms? Maybe something aquatic?
It's not. He's not a. Like, I need to summon another form. So I need to perform the spell again,
Right.
which I can't do.
Alright, this is the. Can roll a perception check with shoes, which is
How shallow is shallow? Like, are we still not? We're not above our heads or over
It's
our
about
heads.
4 feet, eventually around this part, and then it gets so around here it's
It's a
2
damage.
feet, and
I
then
need
4
checks.
feet, and then it gets deep, like over 10.
So it'd be 14.
Alright, so it does see the shadows of some of them, but they're like constantly moving. As you can see, one is like protecting the first ship, another one is kind of in between 2 ships. As they just kind of go deeper and deeper in the water.
so shoes will fly back over. He counts 2 that he can see so far. They seem to be huddled around the wrecks of the ships, about 200-ish feet away, if I could measure it perfectly. I mean, these rocks up here, or this,
Yeah, you can't
slope.
It's a slope, sadly.
Well, I don't think there's anything for it.
What about form of the mountain goat? Alright, pretend I'm a mountain goat, and I'll climb it. Or a horse from Skyrim.
Well, it's only like a 70-degree angle. It's pretty kind of slanted.
Start swimming out.
What about this here?
They're just rock formations. So they're like rocks that kind of go up.
You rock,
Stand up.
rock. Rock just sits and is.
They're like rock pillars, basically. That are 30 foot high.
Yes, how you digging this water?
It's like heavy for him. It's heavy armor.
Yeah, he's like trying really hard to keep his head above water.
Doggy paddle style.
So his hair doesn't go out.
Trying to swim with one arm, keeping my shield as close to my body as I can. Try and prevent a bite.
How tall is the cliff here?
40 feet.
Is there any seaweed or anything on the bottom of the ocean?
How far do you want to go down?
Hungry?
How far down is it?
10 feet for you right now.
But I'm just wondering, is there something I can hide in stuff through? Plants or anything growing off the bottom?
Probably is. You could probably manage something. As you begin to swim closer to the shipwrecks, you begin to see multiple ships, these big vessels that saw their demise over the decades and centuries left here.
Are there any hand or footholds on the cliffs at the ocean edge?
I would like Ash and Gilvor to roll perception check at disadvantage. There is no handles. though.
boy.
Alright. Gilvor, you do see something in the water. What do you want to say to them? As it's moving closer to you guys. As eventually
It's there!
It gets
It's
deeper
coming right at us.
As it begins to attack, sadly, underwater towards Ash. As Ash, you quickly react to it. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna shoot it with my lightning launcher.
Alright.
In the water?
As you shoot it for 10, it misses. As it will bite you instead for an 18 to hit.
18, that is my armor class.
Alright, as it takes a nice chunk of your leg for 9 piercing. I'd like you to roll initiative. As it's underwater, I'll show you what the token is, but it's currently underwater. As it's about, let's say, 20 feet deep, as it is a big shark, so it's not going to go fully overhead, but it is taking a nibbling towards Ash.
decent initiative. That's a bigger boy.
Simon.
Talk to him, Gilbar.
Bonus action, a shillelagh.
See, blood spraying out of Ash's leg as you see the hunter shark going wild and crazy as it likes it.
I go towards it and jam it in the nose with my magic damage from my
You go
shillelagh.
underwater?
I mean, like a foot or two, whatever I have to do to get to its nose.
Sure, you go like, down probably like 5 feet in the water.
Okay. $16.
So Shillelagh's using her quarterstaff, right?
Yeah, the damage is magic
Yes,
I
so
just,
it will be disadvantage because of
on the for the attack.
yeah, because it's a mace weapon, kind of looking. It's a quarterstaff. It would originally do bludgeoning, but it does force damage. But the initial swing underwater is slow. 16 is it though. Alright. So Nox don't like that.
So I'm obviously not able to use my bow.
You can above water, but you can't do it underwater.
So am I above water where I am here?
Yeah, it's you can see the shadow that you can attack it.
Okay. So I can't attack it?
You
From
can
here?
attack it above water. You just can't
Okay.
be underwater because it would go into like a slow mo. You know.
Yeah.
It would like,
Perfect.
have no gravity be against you. That's it. They both hit.
Yeah. 22.
Oh, look at her. Ash.
Alright, so the shark is just right now.
Yeah, it's on your leg. It's about it'd be like 5 feet underwater if you go under there.
Oh, okay, so it is underwater?
It is.
Or can it? Okay, so
20
I
feet
can
underwater.
range-
But it's a big boy,
Gotcha,
so you only
gotcha.
need like 5 feet to go underwater to hit it. Depending if you're using a range attack, then you don't have to go underwater. So what do you want to do?
I was gonna shoot it with my lightning launcher then, so that would be.
Normal roll. 12 is a hit, roll damage,
Oh, alright.
and you shock it.
And then, yeah, I'll end it there.
I will just. The swim speed is half of your normal,
Correct.
so I wouldn't be able to reach it and then dive too,
Correct.
because that's 15 feet. and
If you
it's
have a
like,
range
what?
attack, you could hit it. Because you can see the shadow of it.
Yeah, I'll hurl. I'll bonus action cast Shadow Blade, and then I will throw the blade at it.
Alright.
So it will be 22 to hit.
Yep. Using the darkness of the water. Smart.
Five.
Still alive.
And oh yeah, bonus action already used. Yeah, sorry. Finish it, Crux.
Alright, I will shoot a bolt.
Alright, so
20 points of damage.
Nice.
as the blood begins to seep around the vicinity, as it begins to kind of move away from the vicinity, as it smears across the water.
Gilvor has heard that blood attracts sharks, so he will use his last first level spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on Ash.
Oh, thank you.
You do not take the psychic damage, but 12 deal.
Thank you. I'm feeling better already.
Yeah, good. Yeah, let's get to this wreck here. Urz has got the right idea. Can we stand on anything here?
Yeah, you can.
Alright, cool.
As you begin to kind of look through the ship, seeing what's remnants and remains. Like, everybody roll me a stealth check.
You said stealth?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. We stealthy as a freak.
Alright. Heist investigation gets the prize.
Right, you can do this.
Well, I'll cast guidance on myself.
Cheater. Ah, rude.
As you guys begin
had
to
it anyway.
search the ship for any treasure, using dark vision or any magical light sources to see, as you do eventually submerge yourself in a murky water about 20 feet deep to find the treasure of this one. As highest roll is Ash. As Ash, you do see inside of the ship, as the ship once was called Orca upon its time, as you do see a rather big chest here locked.
Yeah. I'll say I found something, guys, and I'm gonna.
You swim back up and you're like, okay.
And then, yeah, I will yell at Crux like, "Hey, if you'll check for traps, I'll pick the lock."
No. If this is a chest that we need for to bring back to the acquaintance, it needs to be unopened.
All right.
But how
it's
do we
gonna
know?
be heavy.
Are we just gonna bring all the chests back to them, tell them to pick?
Well, hopefully there's only going to be one chest, but we'll see.
How could you say that? What if we want more than one chest?
Well, let's just check. On to the next ship.
Yar, walk the plank.
Stealth check as you jump onto the next boat.
What check?
Another stealth.
Oh, gotcha.
This is just for sharks. Oh god.
Ooh.
Alright. As we'll enter session here, as you do see a big angry shark coming your way, as it's massive, as it begins to move towards Happy. As we'll end our session there, as the big, giant, horrible creature of legends have been told of
Megalodon.
the Dagger Maw is hungry.
Oh.
That's
Hey
why
guys, I
it-
found the shark.
It's not actually eating time yet, so you'll just have to go back and wait.
I want to eat you all, though. Oops, this one's wrong area. There. Alright.
All good.
We'll see you guys next week for another adventure.